This podcast was produced on the land of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation.
Welcome to Australia.
Aussie.
This is kind of tragic.
Someone who is such a connoisseur of reality television.
The content is hideous.
So sorry about this. Oh my God.
Surprise, surprise. Surprise. Curtis, you're back
Hi.
on the couch.
Can't bloody get rid of me.
Nah. What's up, girl?
Oh, not a lot. Just enjoying. Yeah.
Paradise.
Just another day.
We did have our lift taken over by a Severance head over the weekend to celebrate the finale of season 2 of Severance, which, look, I haven't... I'm so bad. I haven't started season 2 yet. Because, you know, I'm busy.
You got a lot on the watch list.
4+ nights a week of absolute garbage fire to watch. So I'm leaving it for later. I'm going to save it for a long haul flight or something and just binge it.
Yeah,
but,
very bingeable.
You're up to date though.
I binged it.
What did you think?
I loved it. I mean, this is another bitch going on about how amazing it is. Have you seen it? Have you seen it?
I haven't encountered that much of that.
Really?
No.
Consider yourself lucky.
I mean, I've seen some stuff online, and I've got to say the Severance heads are very polite. They're not spoiling shit.
Yeah, they're not.
Oh,
I've seen some shit. I fortunately not spoiled. I've already seen, so I was okay. But
is there a thing to spoil, or is it more just there's theories about what it actually lost style?
You could spoil some stuff.
Oh, okay. Because I thought it was more ooh, you know, is it all a dream vibe?
It is very lost.
Yeah,
it is a bit that, but that's kind of fun.
But you liked it overall.
Overall, loved it. I think it's one of the, again, just being that bitch about this is the way it's made. It's just they put so much work and love into it.
They
blah, blah,
do.
Blah.
They put a lot of effort into the promo for this season.
The promo is amazing.
They did that stunt at
the time
Grand Central Station or something. Loved that.
Which is also I'm sure they got paid, but good sport of the actors to do that too, because I couldn't see a lot of actors.
What's his name? The lead.
Oh.
Adam.
Adam, not Tom Cruise. Yeah, I know that one.
That guy.
Yeah.
I just watched a movie last night starring him.
Was it a comedy?
It was The Monkey. I say starring. He's in it for 5 seconds at the start. And then Theo James from The White Lotus, hottie from season 2,
yeah.
hot douchebag from season 2, is in it. Horror genre, but very silly.
Fun, campy fun?
I think they went for camp and a little bit missed. I think you'll be into it though.
But it's fun that
it's
missed.
Got a Final Destination vibe.
Mm-hmm.
There's this little monkey.
You had me at monkey.
So there's a little monkey, and he's a cheeky little guy.
Oh, Curious
Have you
George!
Seen the trailer?
I've seen Curious George.
Yeah. It's Curious George, but with a lot of gruesome death in it.
Hot.
So the little monkey is like a wind-up toy, and
I definitely saw the promo.
And when she gets started, she's starting, and
I'm actually into this.
It's actually the dumbest fucking premise for a movie. The toy gets wound up, and then it's who's gonna die, and you're just watching it
Why wind up the monkey?
Just don't do it. And then they try. Well, they address that by trying. Sorry, I'm just going full on. I don't recommend anyone watch this, by the way. So it's on you. It's on you if I've spoiled it. But they try to dispose of the monkey,
of course,
by chopping it into small pieces.
Yeah,
but nuh-uh. She says, absolutely not.
Work for grandma.
She comes back every fucking time. But it's fun. Check it out if you
look. I'm interested. I want to see it.
It's a 90-minute little stupid one, but the cast, I was like, okay, serious actors doing the monkey.
I'm into it. I think I want to see more serious actors do not serious.
Yeah,
please. That'd be nice.
This is a good one. What are we here to talk about? Oh, that's
Oh, I
right.
forgot.
Below Deck Down Under.
Ah, yes.
One of my
One of the
scheduled
dumpster fires.
appointment viewing shows. We're 8 eps in.
Yeah.
How you feeling about it?
Look, I'm having fun. I'm not going to
Yeah.
stop watching it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as like amazing as some of the seasons.
No, it's the bright shining light that Below Deck once was is slowly dimming,
Yeah.
which sucks because I love this. Used to there was a point in time where this was my number one show.
Yeah. And a lot of people say that. I say that, or I did say that.
You can kill like weeks watching this show.
Thank God there's a plethora of content to
There's
watch.
so much.
So many series.
I think I've seen all of it now, thanks to,
Wow.
lockdown.
That's impressive.
Yeah, but when I first discovered it, there was a plethora, and it
Yeah.
was so exciting because I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, Med's very good.
Med is probs the best.
Med might be my favorite.
Is that where Aisha is now?
Aisha's definitely been there.
I think she's there
probably
now.
there.
Although they moved her to OG, I don't know. They move her around. She used to be on this show, Down Under.
She's so memorable.
I know, and I... But without her, it's not as good.
No, it's not. She's very entertaining. And I feel like Jason's been watered down this season.
Where is Jason? I mean, we do have one fun episode to talk about this week where Captain Jason is in a kimono. But besides
That is
that,
fun.
where's Daddy?
And even the scenes with him is just like not giving.
I want him out on the crew trips.
Yeah. I heard, does he have a partner now or
I
something?
think so. Does he have a
Okay.
child
Well-
in like the Philippines? Or is that the other? Is that
No, I
Captain? Is that Captain the other guy?
I
The
think he's
bald one?
he's got a babe in every port.
Well,
He
look
ought
at
to.
him.
I mean, but yeah, what's
He's got
good
a different kimono for every lady.
You got to leave that one there. No, I'm going to say it. He does. No, not. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like everything he's in at the moment is just very boring. Every scene with him is boring. He's not having fun. He's not being cheeky.
He's just like being a good leader, which I'm like,
Boring.
Okay.
Makes some mistakes.
I know. Below Deck has two settings: chaos, drama, and like workplace, like educational video. And unfortunately, this season is hardcore in the latter category.
Yeah. You've nailed it. I think that's what it's giving. However, there are still some fun things.
There's still some fun bits, but it is, when it's just like conflict resolution. Okay.
Don't resolve it. This is reality TV here. We're not here to watch people get along.
I know, but I do feel like I'm watching it and it's like designed to educate me on what not to do in like a workplace.
Yeah. I think the whole show is good for that.
Yeah.
But I do feel that we are 8 in. I feel there is a storm brewing.
She's heating up.
I'm really looking forward to it, hopefully exploding and people getting upset.
Exactly. I thought we could go through... Oh. Excuse you, Miss Frida. I thought we could go through the cast first. Just quick high-level thoughts on them, and then we'll hop into the last 4.
Now, as you
eps.
know, I'm terrible with names.
Yeah. So you got some pickies?
I've got a little picture ready with all of the faces and names, so I
How
remember
cute.
the names.
I was going to describe them in like really offensive ways.
No, let's do that. That'll make more sense.
Let's not get me cancelled.
I should have brought a manila folder and a clipboard. And
it's actually hard this season because, like we've seen 8 episodes, but I'm still... There's some characters like Lara. Let's start with Lara, the chief stew.
Oh, yes.
Lara Rigby. I'm sorry, but she's got to be the most flop Tana chief stew of all time.
She certainly doesn't think, though. She thinks that she's all that.
Oh, I think she's good at the job.
Oh,
but
you just mean like...
I mean, like, she's not good at the show.
No.
She's not fucked anyone. And she's not, like, she's not, like, causing chaos.
No,
she hasn't
very, like...
undermined her subordinates yet.
Not the subordinates, though.
I mean, there's drama with her and Wihan brewing.
Yes.
Thank fuck for him because he's really carrying the drama.
He's bringing the show. And he's only going to be more so, I feel.
Yeah. So Lara's good for that. I don't know. Are you getting much from her?
Nothing at all. I feel nothing.
Same.
I feel
I'm
nothing.
apathetic. Either way, like I would love to hate her, but I just don't.
Yeah. Yeah, like you say, she's good at her job. Next.
So that. And she seems kind of pretty fair and reasonable. Because normally by now...
It's even more boring.
I know. Normally by now there'd be huge beef between either her and
Another
Chef.
stew. Oh, yeah.
And they even foreshadowed that because they were like, her and Tzarina had worked together before.
They did.
And Tzarina is famously chaos.
Okay, Tzarina I have feelings about.
Okay,
And we will get there.
Let's go to her right now.
Oh.
Speak on it.
Okay. I'm sorry, Tzarina. Here we go. Look, I like to cook as much as the next
Your little
person.
Gordon Ramsay.
I love cooking.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call myself a chef. Tzarina seems to have no trouble calling themselves a chef. But there's so many moments in this whole show where I'm just like head in my hands, like, what are you doing to that poor avocado?
Yeah.
Can we talk about...
You don't like a bat curry? Or the chicken curries?
This curry every
And the soups. There's been a lot of
so many
soups.
all curries.
Yeah.
This I need to talk on the scrambling of the eggs in the pan. Very upsetting to watch.
Sometimes, every now and then she whips something out and I'm like, girl, you did it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And then the next episode you see her squishing avocados with her hands to make smash.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But she's essential for this show because without her, no one is getting upset.
No.
At the drop of a hat.
What... I'm not sure if it was in the more recent episodes, but what was the thing where she originally had something for Wihan and then like seemed to get over it immediately, but then didn't?
So
like,
it's TBC on her and Wihan because they like... So she was into it. I think she just wants to fuck.
Yeah.
And Wihan is super hot.
Yeah.
Like objectively, he's super hot. As we'll get to later on, he... sometimes is in the mood to give a lap dance and sometimes finds it degrading, depending on who's talking to him. But I think she just wanted to smash. And then...
But she seemed to get so emotional about it.
Oh, yeah. And then he was like, nah. And then he's already gone back on that by having a little cheeky pash in the halls.
I mean,
so,
he also clearly just wants to smash
anything, yeah,
and anyone and whatever.
Great.
Fair enough. Own it, though. He's not owning it.
You work on boats, guys. Like, the way that they all expect these, like, happily ever after relationships. I'm like, you are working on a boat.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Have a smash and get over it. Like,
we're all adults.
What?
Here. Yeah.
We'll get to that situation a bit later. So we lost Anthony, the sous chef. That was
at least some drama.
He was good casting. I wish we got more. I wish there was like more passive aggressive tension. But Captain Jason was like, nah, get him out of here.
Yeah.
I think that was the right move.
Do you feel... Yeah, I do think it was the right move for the boat, not for the show.
Yeah.
Do you think that he got a bad edit?
Yeah, I think they tried to. I'm so on his side. I mean, he was a little bit of a bitch towards the end. But at the start, I was like, yeah, this guy's just good. Like, let him be good. Like, let him help.
Let him cook.
Yeah, and she was like... She had him, like, relegated to, like, dish pig.
Yeah. Yeah.
And crew food. Soz.
Yeah, I'm actually quite conflicted because I feel like he got a bad edit as well. I feel like he had a really shit time. However...
Had an ego.
Oh, definitely had
an
ego.
But he's a chef.
Well, that's the thing. You're a chef on a boat.
Yeah.
It is kind of going to be shit a lot of the time, especially if you're not the head chef, whatever. So, I don't know. I definitely do think that he got a bad edit, but...
Do you want to see more sous chefs on Below Deck in future, or do you think it was
Swing and a miss?
Swing and a miss? Yeah.
Swing and a miss.
I mean...
I like the idea.
Yeah, I can see where they were going with it. It was like, oh, we're going to really piss off Tzarina.
Which it
did.
happened. Yeah.
But now she's got the lovely Alesia. Is it Alesia or Alicia?
I don't know.
Alesia. And she's...
Yeah.
Oh my, when she walked in, I was like, great, another blonde white lady for me to not remember. But she seems lovely.
Yeah, so lovely. And Tzarina loves her.
And Tzarina loves her because she's like,
submissive
I'm not
as
a
fuck.
cook. Yeah, she's she's like, oh, I'm no cook.
Oh, I'm no cook. I just do whatever you
I'll
tell
just do
me.
whatever you want. The dishes, is it?
And then she's all
The
like,
crew
oh my
food,
God,
is
I
it?
love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's gotten snatched up by old Johnny straight away.
Immediately.
I love him telling us that he's like, oh, I would never do a boat match. I would never. I would rather dye my hair pink than do boat match. And then cut to him trying to basically like rape her at the dinner table.
First,
like
within an hour.
Excuse me,
of
sir.
meeting her. It's just like, I'm in love with you, marry me forever.
He just like jumped on her
straight away.
with the cameras there. I was actually, it takes me a lot to clutch my fake pearls, but I was quite shocked.
I really struggled to get through the cringe of him trying to kiss her.
It was a lot.
And
He's hot. And she's into it. Like now.
Yeah.
Now that she's had more than 1 hour to meet him, she's into it. And it seems, I think that's something's gonna happen there.
Yeah, I think so. But I love this whole storyline of him because he really did for the whole show.
Yeah.
Just be like his character development is the only one that's interesting on the whole show.
Well, and because we know what's going to happen thanks to the season trailer where they showed us him punching a hole in a wall. So it's like we know that's going to happen. We don't know why.
Even seen that somehow.
You don't remember?
I think I just tuned it all out.
Well, it was like in Ep 1, they like showed that. So I'm like,
Ooh.
So he's going to do that. Do you think he's going to do that because of something to do with Alesia?
I think everything's going to be going swimmingly.
Mm-hmm.
And then for some reason, she'll be like not into him. And he'll be like, nah, it's not me. It's everybody else. It's the problem.
Could be that. That would be pretty gross. I think it could also be.
He'll get kicked off the boat.
He's definitely getting kicked off. It could be Wihan just continuing to be like shit. Because he's pissing everyone off. Like the jet ski thing. They're all like, dude,
So
there's
good.
water. He's like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, should I do something? No, it's
Nah,
fine.
let's not do anything. And then later on just being like, yeah, cool. Like, sorry.
He seems to not do anything with his job. Like he doesn't actually seem to work.
He's very good if a lap dance is required.
50% of the time. But yeah, can we talk about that?
We will.
Okay.
We've got to get through this cast. Who else? Adair is still not present. I mean, she's only present now in the show because Adair is the deck stew that Wihan wants to shtup. So he's written her this letter.
Oh.
That was possibly the most cringe thing. And chef's kiss to the editing on that. Like him reading the letter in like a little vignette to the side.
That was actually beautiful editing. I love the show for that reason.
But do they actually like this seems so out of left field to me. Like it's almost like he kept getting approached by women. Like Tzarina wanted him and was open about it, and then Marina wanted him and was open about it. And I think he's the kind of guy who's like, that's too easy.
I think he wants to be wanted by everybody.
Well, I think he expects that, and then he wants to chase.
I think he wants to be wanted more than he actually wants to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the attraction with Adair is that she's not presented any interest.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to try that one then.
You're right. He does seem like the kind of person to chase something that he shouldn't.
As like a bit of a,
and
ego thing.
Should he not chase this one? That is.
Well, yeah, I don't know. The way she read that letter and then just put it down and went to bed, like not even a smile, but also not even like a
kiki with the girls or anything.
She's just like, that happened.
I think that response was the oh no. I think her being so like, I think she was reading it as you see her in her face, deadpan. I reckon she got to the end and she was like, right, well, now I've got this to deal with for the rest of how long we're at sea.
It was the IRL version of like mark as unread. on an email, or like turn off read receipts. Like I think she's gonna pretend like, what, you wrote a letter? Oh, must have got lost.
She'll say
in the ship.
Oh, I
somewhere.
thought it was a joke.
Or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, what other option do you have?
Yeah. Poor babe.
And she's going to let him down nice, and he's going to be like, oh, she's talking to me. She's into me.
You reckon? Oh, this is the thing. I have no because I have no idea what Adair's about because she's not been present on the show. So I'm like, does she want to stoop him or not? Is she going to get all pick me vibes and just be like happy that she's been chosen? I don't know. We shall see.
I don't foresee her being happy about this in any way.
Well, that'll be fun.
Finally, something to watch.
Should we get to Harry and Bree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a roller coaster.
I think there's some like cultural differences at play here. Like as an Aussie watching this, I'm like, oh, because like he was trying on a bit of bah. Yeah. He was trying to banter with her when one of the charter guests asks like, oh, you're going to go to Australia and see Harry? And he was like, maybe. Maybe. And then they were all like...
Why did you say yes?
Yeah, they got all like sincere American on us and were like, oh my God, he's not into you. And I was like, guys, that was a fucking joke.
And also, even if it wasn't, what are you supposed to say? Yes, and then lie about it later and be like, oh, actually, nah.
Well,
like,
this is the thing that drives me insane with this show is it's like we've spent 5 million seasons watching it going, oh my God, these toxic men that like just fuck everyone on the boat and move so fast and all that. And then Harry is literally doing everything right. He's being so respectful. He's like not overstepping. He's like waiting for her to kind of lead a bit. And she's like, oh, well, I guess he doesn't want to fuck me up against the hot tub. And I'm like,
it's so true.
Sorry?
It's so true. And she made that pretty clear to the gals when she was gasbagging. And this is the thing. I hate it when people are like, I just want them to be more assertive. But then...
Fucking tell him. You be assertive for... I don't know.
Yeah,
He's such a sweet... Like my maths coverage, the heterosexual world continues to baffle me. But this is another one of these things where I'm like, ladies, come on. Don't you want... This is... If you reward good behavior, because there's few and far between on these shows.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know.
I'm actually a little bit torn though. As much as I'm with this and I'm backing this, if I was in her shoes, I would also get bored and blue balls and walk away because he says he's interested, and I get that he's interested, but then. He's given vibes of like, I don't want to fuck you. Like when she went to the cabin, the guest cabin was like, so should we snuggle? And he was like, oh, we got a long day of work tomorrow. See ya. Yeah. That's a pretty... I would think that.
I've drank the Harry Kool-Aid. I think he's a legit nice guy. Like, if this was F-Boy Island, I'd be like, he's a nice guy.
100%
and
nice
also,
guy.
I think he actually wants a relationship after this with her. And then because of that, that's why he doesn't want to rush her. I genuinely believe that. And I think...
I buy that.
And I think she actually just wants some D and or attention and is kind of using... Like, I think she's leading him on. Because he's a total cute dork, right? Like
he is.
And I think he's inexperienced with relationships, right?
Definitely.
So I think she's actually the one in the driver's seat here.
I agree.
But that doesn't work with the storytelling. Do you know what I mean? Like this show will go out of its way to be like, oh, but that guy, like, there's very little responsibility on any of the women on this show, let's be honest.
Ooh, hot take.
Well,
but also true.
I've watched a lot of it, and it's like, and don't get me wrong, ladies, don't get in my DMs. I'm always on your side. I'm literally watching every time being like, yes, he's gross.
True.
Dump him, diva. Like, that's me watching the show. However, I feel like this is the one time where I'm like, hang on, this guy's being so nice.
He is.
Too nice.
Yeah, too nice.
Why won't he fuck me in the ass?
He is giving
slap me. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, look, she does now I'm getting on the train. Oh no, she does strike me as
This
the
is now a
kind of
men's rights podcast.
we're losing him, man. She does strike me as the kind of gal
Yeah.
to confuse excitement with fear.
Oh,
Like
speak more on that.
like the kind of gal to be like, oh no, he's really nice. You just don't see it. She's the kind of gal to say something like that. Like, yeah. He showed up at my workplace and was like, come for a drive. But that's exciting. Not controlling and scary.
Well, I think none of these people know what they want, and they all just want to be on TV.
They're also really young, right?
They
How
are
old is
young.
Harry's got to be like
Harry's
12
a
years
dumb
old, I
little
want to
baby.
say.
And he's got golden retriever vibes, which
Oh, he does.
he's cute, but
He's so cute.
for me, I would find that kind of annoying. But like, I don't know. I just thought by now, I'm like, isn't that what these like women on this show like want?
No.
Nah.
I think we know now that is not what
They
women
want to
want.
get two-timed by
So that's what this
Wihan.
podcast is now. What do women want? Don't worry. Let us two tell you
Oh
what
my God.
women want.
Don't. Oh my God.
You're going to get cancelled.
Speaking of, have you watched Adolescence?
No, I really want to see it.
You
though.
have to. It's incredible.
I really, really do.
Yeah.
I'm dying to watch it. And a friend of mine, knows the crew.
So good.
And,
It's a very important conversation and very well made piece of television.
this is what I keep hearing.
Yeah. Well, I'll report back once you've
Yeah.
watched it. It's an easy one. Like, it's 4 apps. You'll smash it in an afternoon. But yeah, I don't know. I just find it funny watching these. It's like cat and mouse antics, you know.
Yeah. And maybe this is why this season is just not really hitting. Because it's cat and mouse, but it isn't.
Well, there's not been like a hot tub orgy yet. Do you know what I mean? That's always my favorite episode, when they get crazy.
There's usually at least 2 of those a season.
There's kind of been one, but yeah.
Oh,
But
with the
there's always a
dares.
truth or dare.
Actually, yeah, there
moment.
was, yeah.
Yeah,
And that was hard to watch as well.
that's right.
Yeah, all of the like exciting drama of this season has been cringe.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the issue.
Well,
Great for this pod though.
Marina is in the mix.
I've come round.
I fucking love this bitch. Like,
I didn't like her at first.
Yeah.
I'm full fan now.
She's so good. The way she handled, because Wihan just kind of like wrecking balls through all of the women, and then she's kind of just like, cool. I love how she responds to it, because she could have had like a full fucking tantrum, but she was like,
I loved
whatever.
when she was competing. Well, wasn't really competing, but with Tzarina. Wow,
girl.
I'm not gonna fight that bitch. She's gonna.
I
win.
would not piss off the chef. She's got
No.
access to knives
True, but I
and
mean,
your food.
Marina like fought pretty hard in that little moment.
Yeah. That the
Wild.
cliffhanger of just Tzarina finding out that they went on a date was
And having a panic attack.
incredible. Yeah, it was great.
Oh, but yeah, look at her now. She's just whatever. I don't need no man.
No,
But she will.
no, man. What about Johnny? You enjoying him?
Not-
Touched on him briefly, but yeah.
I don't know. That doesn't really. It's not sparking joy. I have to look it up. Who is Johnny?
Johnny's the Greek boy that's a fighter or something. He does
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
This is
Johnny.
the.
and he's got an accent, and he's very serious tone.
Wait a minute. No, I must be
Johnny.
getting confused.
Yanni. Is that better?
Yes, that actually is better. Yeah, it is the same person. I thought they were 2 different people.
The one that got left out on the jet ski.
Yes. No,
Drifting
this is the
away.
one with the biggest story arc so
Yeah,
far.
I think we've got more to uncover.
I
from
don't
him.
believe in romance unless I've known them for an hour.
He's trying to self-produce, and it is not working, honey.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, like that. He keeps telling us things and then doing the opposite. But I like he's kept his cool so far, like with Wihan being so shit as a leader.
Which he is.
He's like, because Harry is Little Miss Tattletale. Straight to the principal's office.
so true.
When shit goes down, Harry's like, Captain Jason, mate,
Yeah.
Aw.
And Johnny's like, whatever.
Yeah. Johnny's just like, fuck this guy.
What do you think? Would this line work on you? You've known someone for about 20 minutes, it looks like, according to the episode at this point in time. And then he leans over and he says, "You are awakening something inside of me I cannot put to sleep."
I mean,
It's either hot. It's either hot or
if
terrifying.
you look like that, I'd be like,
Okay.
let's go, baby. Yeah, but I mean, in my world, we don't even do that. We just it's like a look and then cubicle 3 doll. But this, yeah, I think it was pretty fucking
Cubicle 3 doll. Put it on a t-shirt.
cubicle 3 doll. It was aggressive.
It was very European.
Oh, you reckon?
He's very European.
Hot. It was hot. He can slam me up against a wall.
He's hot. She wasn't buying it. She was like,
No, but
what?
she's come around.
I think she's got the twinkle in her eye.
Yeah. Also, it's nice to... I'm very big on life is short, so let your intentions be known, because what do you got to lose? You know what I mean? So I get that, but there's a way to do it without... I think the physicality of it, like him being much larger than her and just kind of like towering over and going in for the kiss, I think that's the bit where it's a no from me. But the rest of it, like telling someone, "Oh my God, like you're gorgeous," I think that should be normalized.
Absolutely. No.
As long as it's not like
everything
uncomfortable.
He did was fine. It's just the time frame.
Oh, you think?
She got on the boat and he was like, oh.
Yeah, read the vibe, dude.
Yeah. That's if he'd done all of that and had known each other for like, I don't know, a day or two, maybe.
But on this show,
true,
that was like,
if we're talking boat years.
Gentlemanly. like what was it? Was this? It was Down Under, wasn't it? With that guy that like full was like bashing on the door.
That
was fucked.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
That was absolutely like well in their rights to sue that man.
Totally. And he was like naked, and the camera people were like,
"Dude,
absolutely
get
not.
the fuck out of her bed."
Yeah, that was
that
wild.
was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Did you cover that on this?
No, I didn't do that season. Maybe we'll revisit it. I don't know. That was a great season. Like that part was a lot, but then there was also fun
it was a
bits.
good season.
Yeah.
To watch as television minus that part. But yeah, look, I guess maybe you should revisit it. Maybe this, one global issue at a time. Today we're talking about what women want.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Before we hop into these episodes,
yes,
have you got any favourites from the cast?
Favourites from the cast? Yeah, I think. No, actually. I mean, this is the worst way to answer this. It's the opposite.
I know what you mean.
It's the opposite of who I love. It's the people I used to love falling out of love.
Who?
Like Captain Jason.
Yeah.
Not enjoying like I used to, which is breaking my
sad.
heart. And Harry, I gotta say, as much as I love him, he's waning on me.
He's wet lettuce. I do like Harry when he gets excited about some goss. That kind of vibe when he's a bit cheeky.
Yeah, and
that's cute.
Yeah, he's cute. He's nice, and I'm not going to change that he's nice. But it is hard to watch him interact with this woman and just be the opposite of smooth. He is total nice guy, absolutely, but that comes with a lack of riz. I'm going to have to say.
This woman, her name is Bree Curtis.
This woman,
Bree. We didn't touch on that much, but
we didn't actually.
She's kind of annoying.
She's
gorgeous.
Who's the one that said that she wants a guy that's like got a lift truck and will?
I think that was Adair.
Yeah,
said that.
But
she's from
take me to the demolition derby.
Yeah, she's like a country girl. That's why I'm like, Wihan's so pretty. Do you know what I mean? He's not a rugged man.
No.
He's a pretty man.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she's
gonna
be into that.
I want a guy that can build me a house and yell at me.
Yeah, exactly.
Hot.
All right, episode 5 was called Submergency.
Why was it called that?
You're going to find out. And it's basically the start of Wihan's downfall. Because I think up until this point, Wihan has been getting a pretty good edit.
Yeah,
But, like,
up until then.
They've been a little bit like, oh, this guy's got some tickets on himself, but like they haven't really gone hard, and it sort of starts this ebb.
So good.
Yeah. Marina brags out loud about how good her day was with Wihan, and Tzarina is spiraling.
Oh, that's right.
Which is, how we left at 4 on that gorgeous cliffhanger. This show is known for its stunning cliffhangers.
Oh, big time.
Except for when it's about like the boat docking, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, we've seen this edit 1,000 times. But you got...
Maybe they sink and everyone dies. Who knows? You have to stay tuned.
And the one time they actually crash the boat, we don't get to see it.
True.
Unbelievable. I want my money back.
I know. Wihan tells Harry that he's actually into a dare. So we get some whispers starting. And don't tell Harry that. He's fucking gossip girl on this boat.
Oh, but he surprises us by immediately going and telling him.
Yeah, exactly. Which at this point I thought it was random. I'm like, have you had any nice experience with a dare, or were you just flicking through the list of the cast members that you hadn't like put your dick inside yet,
or tried to?
Yeah,
more accurately. Yeah, I think it really was that. It was like, okay, this one tick. I've tried. Oh, I haven't tried this one.
Yeah. Our next guests are co-primaries Aisha and Guy, boat owners and restaurateurs who are on a vacation with their sorority sisters.
Oh, yeah.
We get a lot of sorority girly trips this season. I think the next group are as well. It's like, what?
I didn't know that was a thing.
And I think they want lots of like girls gone wild energy so that they can like pimp out Wihan and make him feel uncomfortable.
I'm okay with that.
So good. Yeah. Anyway, the girlies pry Harry for more details about the Marina Wihan situation, and classic Harry spills the tea. He's like, he's actually into a dare, and people are like, "Scusi?" Lara in particular is like confused as fuck, and she advises Harry to tell Wihan to call things off with Tzarina.
Good call.
Because, Lara and Tzarina, I think the producers were hoping that they were going to fucking hate each other, but they're, like, tight.
Yeah.
Like, even later on in this season, when they're all kind of going Wihan, like, those two as heads of department are, like have each other's backs, which is good to see.
It is nice to see. It's just not, as fun as them fighting.
Well, yeah, but that trope does get tired, though. The chef v.
That's true.
Chief stew just being like, well, but I told you to put the spoons out. And you're like, okay.
Oh, you're right. Actually, I have seen that so much. Also, the stairs thing.
They started with the stairs.
They really tried to push the stairs.
And then
I
now,
don't care.
Now it's not really... Every now and then there's like a step counter.
And
it'll be like,
it.
steps taken... And I'm like, cool.
Yeah, and like they did not count 600 and whatever. They counted the flight of stairs and then approximated how many times. Some intern is not counting every step.
You don't think the Bravo intern is counting the steps?
I don't think so.
The footage they would have. Because there's a camera in like every crevice of that. Like, there's so much footage of everyone wanking.
There's a whole... Oh my God.
They would.
Release it to the public. No,
release the tapes.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what we don't see.
Ooh, getting deep.
I didn't mean it to be deep. It just makes me think. What don't we see?
What don't we see right now?
Yeah, like what if someone farts in their sleep? That would be funny to see. Put it in.
Every now and then they do put in that. There's like some like morning wood shots. Was that what season was that? There was that really hot guy Alex, and they showed him in the morning with morning wood, and I was like, whoa, thank you.
I don't remember this.
And like Wihan always sleeps nude, and then every now and then we see a lot of his cute little butt.
There's a lot of peach.
A lot of peach shots. Yeah. So the cracks between Lara and Wihan start to show now. We finally get the usual classic head of department clash. Yum,
finally.
yum. one of the charter guests asks Harry if Bree's going to go to Australia, and this is when we get maybe gate. So it's like, oh, maybe. Yeah, I know. I thought this was like standard. Him just being like, oh, like.
I mean, what are you supposed to say?
It's like classic schoolyard flirting.
You're supposed to get on his knees and be like, absolutely, also marry me.
Well, yeah. Like,
what was she expecting?
Oh, I don't know. And then the way she responded to this, I was like, oh, I don't like this girl.
Mm-hmm.
It's just,
she got
it's
proper
grasping.
hurt about it.
Like,
relax, babe.
I think it's grasping. Like, if you're not into him, you're just not into him. Do you know? Like, I actually think she's just not into this guy.
Maybe it's not about his reaction in that situation. Maybe it's more about this is just another time that she feels he's showing not that interested. Maybe it's like the straw, you know.
True.
Come on, do you care?
Because he is being non-committal, which I get, but it's also like, guys, you're working on a boat together. So in my eyes, that's like incredibly appropriate way to behave.
I think you know before. I think he's trying to let her come to him and not be over too much, which is cute and nice, but also not what she's looking for right now.
She wants to get railed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she expects a lot. But look at her. Like, she's so gorgeous. And she's always told us she's been with, like, model-y guys and stuff. And I'm like, okay.
It kind of checks it.
You want a douchey guy. Yeah.
Well, go get one there, everywhere.
Exactly.
There's plenty on the boat.
Plenty on board. There's some drama about steaks not being cooked correctly, which is my favourite, like, attempt at the guests to show class. When they like, oh, it's cooked so wrong. And then they send, you know, like the guests that just want to send shit back.
Oh, yeah.
This was that.
Yeah, it was really wedged in there, I feel.
And Captain Jason was on Tzarina's side. So when that happens, you know that it's like,
okay,
Sous guests. And then the jet ski fills up with water. And Wihan's like, oh, yeah, nice. Put it out. Whip her out throw her in the ocean. Yeah, she's good to go.
Everyone's concerned and say, like, I don't know anything about water sports.
That's not what I've heard, Curtis.
Lies. I don't know anything about jet skis or whatever, but if there was a bunch of crew members around,
is your thing.
I don't know nothing about no water sports. I've said it live. No, I don't. But if I saw like a bunch of crew members being concerned about water or liquid coming out of a vehicle I'm about to ride,
like, and
then the person in charge being like, "She'll be right, mate," I'd be concerned.
Scusi, I was screaming at the screen. I was like, "You're gonna put that?" Like, exactly. I'm no fucking expert, but
when it comes to water sports,
I know a lot about that.
And
I would never put a waterlogged jet ski on the ocean, darling.
Oh, no.
Not before I'd been pissed on all afternoon. Then I would do it. No, but it was a bit like, wow, this guy he's just there to look pretty. And he's not very good. And Captain Jason is onto it.
Yeah, but I mean, do you think this is going to be a classic case of, in an episode or two's time, he's become increasingly problematic. Maybe he's made some people feel uncomfortable, and Jason will be like, have a very stern chat where he's like, right, no more being weird. And that'll be it, because they want producers to be like, keep him on the boat.
Probably. You got to really fuck up for Captain Jason to be like, get off my boat.
Unless you're the sous chef. Well,
no,
actually,
that guy was being... That guy said he was going to leave. So
that was his biggest mistake.
Yeah.
Don't say you're going to leave.
Or do it like the day before.
Yeah.
But no, he's just going to make Wihan wear the disco helmet.
Oh my God, you're right.
But permanently. The disco helmet has not featured that much. They whipped it out for Marina's birthday. And I was like, oh, that's right. That gag. I forgot about
like
it.
the gag.
It's very Aussie humour. Where I can feel the American audiences of the show being like, "Oh, he's a mean guy," and I'm like, "This is how we show love."
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd love it. I think it's fun.
Episode 6 is called "The Captain's Lounge."
Let's not forget.
And honey, it's Kimono City. We open where we left off with the jet ski incident. Wihan being a bit shit. Yeah. Meanwhile, Tzarina is still flirting with him, and I'm like, Orcs, he's really got to cut that one off. Tzarina makes some more local curries that looked average.
Mm.
And then the captain's lounge is open. So this is where Captain Jason is wearing nothing but a skimpy little kimono.
Yeah.
And the guests are welcomed to
And the guests are quite happy about it.
I would be.
I mean, who wouldn't be?
Trip to Captain Jason's boudoir. It was good. Chef's kiss to the side.
My favourite part about that episode, as fun as it is to see the opening shot, Jason there laying gorgeous, whatever, he went from comfortable looking like King of the Jungle to looking very uncomfortable and get me out of here so fast.
Yeah, in those like intro shots before the ladies entered, he looked very comfortable, and then as soon as they were in the room, he was like, "Get me out."
Well, I think he was okay until they started to edge closer and closer. Like when they sat next to him. There was
some edging happening, that's for sure.
Absolutely so. And I think he was like, right, okay, well.
Yeah, yep.
Let's not get too familiar now.
Wihan, however, was like a pig in shit with
Rightfully
this.
so.
He was like, "Oh, you want a little lap dance?" Straight in, professional. Reminds us that he's had experience at beefcakes.
I don't know if you heard, but I
used to work at beefcakes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no, best time of my life. Has he
So
said that?
good. And it's an important thing to remember because in one episode's time, he's about to 360 from this attitude and be a little prude. So remember how we feel about that right now.
Yeah.
The guests leave and the crew go on their night out with new sous chef Alesia.
Oh, and it begins.
And this is where Wihan does his little breakup tour of the boat. And I love the editing. They were like,
the edit was great.
They're like, he says the same thing twice.
Exactly the same thing. Like he memorized that shit.
Which okay, so I was equal parts. God, everyone's going to think I'm such an apologist. But I was equal parts impressed and concerned by this approach because I was like, hey, at least he's like being open and like doing the thing. But then I was also like, you are too confident doing this.
Yeah.
You know? Like there's not enough
in fairness,
care going on.
He's confident in everything he does, good or bad.
True. Well, and this becomes a big plot point later on as well. He's yet to show any sort of form of accountability.
I don't think he believes in it.
No. So I
don't think he believes in accountability.
Which is just kind of like...
Things just happen.
Oh.
Sometimes it's my fault, sometimes it isn't.
Water. It's, yeah. And unfortunately, when you're in that position, bosun,
it's kind of important.
You got to just take it. Like, even if it wasn't you, you got to just be like, yeah, I'm responsible for everything that happens on deck.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
Yeah.
But I have mixed feelings about this too because I also agree he was trying.
His heart was in the right place. It was like, I'm gonna as soon as possible break it off with the two people that I know are interested in me and tell them that I'm only into.
But enter door two.
Uh-huh.
Was his heart in the right place? If they didn't tell him this is something that he should do as somebody, would he do it?
Oh, true. Because you're right. He was pushed there.
Would he have done it on his own volition?
I have no idea.
I don't think he would.
Yeah, true. He's conscious of the cameras, I reckon.
Very much so. I reckon if he was to do it on his own accord, he wouldn't have prepared a speech that memorized it. I think he would have just vibed it out.
Yeah, and that's more also because I think he was nervous about doing it. So it was like, let's write down some talking points. But then he looked like he's been using that speech for years, like well before this show.
Yeah.
I don't think it was I've written this for now. I reckon he's like, oh, let's whip that one out that I've used before.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe so.
You're a beautiful girl. You're absolutely beautiful girl. Beautiful. However,
I don't want to marry you.
Compared to Adair, you're an ugly dog. It's like pretty much what the speech is.
Yeah, it's more or less.
Yeah.
I liked how the ladies took it.
I will be from now on only pursuing a dare with my cock.
Unless
you would like to make out with me on the boat and no one knows about it, that we can do that. Like, am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Oh, you're not wrong.
I think the ladies, well, not Tzarina. Well, maybe Tzarina. I think they could tell that it was a very performative.
Yeah, a hunch
for the camera.
Yeah, and of course, it's the kind of thing where having that said to you in this situation, like you're on a crew night out on a reality TV show, you just kind of be like, okay.
Well,
like,
that was their vibe, was like, okay, cheers.
They were a bit like,
Which is what I would say too.
I mean, again, like, to his credit, at least he hasn't been like, I don't think he's been like playing everyone. Marina asked him out on a date. He went.
Yeah.
He went and like got to know her, realized he wasn't that into her. So I don't know, like, in that, he wasn't like promising her the world. Do you know what I mean?
No.
And then Tzarina thing, I think that's purely a sexy times thing.
Do you think?
I think he thinks she's easy.
100%.
And so that's why he's like,
100%.
this will just be some like plan B fun at the end of the night. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, which
is gross, but
when he did the little smoocheroonie, was that the same night that he did this?
I think it was. And I'm pretty sure it's the same night. He tells her, "I'm not into you," and
just
then
so you know, I'm not into you,
and
we
then
can't do anything.
He
Come
blames
here for a
her.
kiss.
He also afterwards is like, "She kissed me,"
which is not what I saw now.
No, but also like you can not reciprocate, mate.
Yeah, but he absolutely went for it, and I agree. I think he thinks it's easy time.
Yeah,
and I don't think Tzarina cares either.
No,
I thought initially, but now I'm like, she's seen
just some shit.
Just stoop me already.
She's like, stoop me or don't. I don't really care. I don't know. But the thing with Tzarina is, I think she acts like she's really chill until she's not really chill, and then it's like, oh no. Yeah,
could be.
Also, at this same dinner, Johnny tries it on with Alesia, which we've discussed, but we've covered it. But also, loved the way they cut in his confessional. Like, I would never do a boat munch, and then it's like, easy, tiger.
Yeah,
jumping in.
No, I just don't think it's very professional. Cut to, you have awakened something inside of me.
You've awakened the beast. And then back on the boat, Wihan and Tzarina smooch. So I was like, here we go.
Yeah, which looked like it was definitely going to go somewhere, and then didn't. It was a bit orcs.
Episode 7 is called Declaration of Love.
So good.
Lara is like, absolutely not, when Wihan tells her that Tzarina and him kissed, even after telling her that he's interested in a dare. So Lara is like playing an important role as kind of like a depository for all of the goss. And she's been giving some like legit good advice to everyone.
Yeah.
But like, I need her to be more unhinged.
Yeah, it's very like, it's too wholesome.
Yeah, and she's like running the interior perfectly. Like, there's not really been any issues, really. What's the biggest issue been? Like, the spoon.
Yeah, and I hope it's one of those things like I get to the end of the season and turns out that she's been stooping Jason or something like that. Like,
that would be
how
everything.
good would that be? Like, they hit it so well.
We can only hope at this point. The next guests arrive. Caroline Buck, a trial attorney and philanthropist. And it's a girls' vacay again, more sorority girlies, but some of these girlies are from Perth, which I was like, oh, okay, I get it. You're doing the tenuous link to Down Under again.
Yes. Where is the Seychelles? The
Seychelles.
By the shore?
Seychelles.
Where is the Seychelles?
It's in Africa, doll.
So it's down under because...
It's technically just below the equator.
So it's down under because it's below the equator. Is that what we're calling this show now?
That,
okay.
And I don't know, Captain Jason.
And Jason. It's Jason.
But I mean, Captain Kerry's also Australian, and he's now the captain of Below Deck OG. So I don't know. Look, we'll let it slide.
Just wondering.
Also, the guests haven't been that crazy yet.
No.
I think the craziest guest we had was that like anal beads couple.
Which
the Brisbane
was fucking
guys.
hilarious.
That was good. But besides that, nothing's been that wild.
No, and even the anal beads is the kind of people that tell you they're crazy. That like
True.
they think they're crazy because they've got anal beads.
And you're like, yeah.
Like,
And he's
okay,
like, I'm
cool.
going to fuck you on this deck. And she was like,
oh, you're so crazy.
she was like, don't. Please.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some more interdepartmental drama. That's a mouthful. Regarding Adair's split between Deck and Stew. So this was to be expected. They purposely throw this Deck Stew roll in there for drama.
Which that one, unlike the sous chef thing, I'm on board for this every season, please.
Oh, I'm into it. Yeah. Watch them fight over a staff member. Great. And I have had a role in the past in a job where I had to report to two different people and can confirm it's the worst.
Were you when you were on a boat?
I was on land. I'm not an at sea.
You were landlocked.
Yeah. But no, I feel for Adair because, having to kind of report into two different departments sucks.
Yeah, would do.
At dinner, it's more naked men for the girls. But this time, we get a sooky little baby, Wihan. He's like, you're making me wear hot pants and parading. I was like, well, excuse me?
Let's rewind a little bit.
Okay.
Where does this sudden attitude change come from? Because it was just before that when
Who hurt you?
Lara tells him, she essentially, what I hear is, hey mate, it doesn't seem like you're really doing your job so well, like, do you want to pick it up? He hears, you're a piece of shit and I know everything. And he's like, no woman ever tells me what to do.
True. Because he has just kind of been scolded a bit. And I think he knows that Captain Jason is like on to him as well.
You reckon? I don't think he does. I think he's cruising through. He's like, I'm on a TV show. I don't really have to work.
But then because Lara is telling him what to do, which he hates that. He's like, oh, not this woman telling me what to do. And then all of a sudden, Hot Pants is like, now I feel like I'm a dancing monkey. Yeah, I think that's what happened.
She says something about it, or someone says something to him about wearing it. If it was his idea to be a stripper dancing around at Beefcakes,
my body, my choice.
He's like all for
at
it.
Beefcakes.
It's not about the stripping at all. But anyway, he has a proper tantrum.
It's so good.
It's so good.
He like chucks a big hissy and Harry's like, shut up.
Yeah. And then they also throw in that clip of him talking about how good it looks and how we won't be complaining about this. And then immediately complains about it.
It's like 10 minutes earlier, him being like, oh, you just got to do it. You know, it's for the tip. Got to get that tip. And then we cut to him being like, my body's been abused.
Oh, God. Have you been to Beefcakes?
Oh, I have not been to Beefcakes.
You can't because it's closed. I looked into it.
You looked it up?
I looked it up.
Oh, what
no longer exists.
Devastating piece
I just
of
don't
news.
think they could handle a financial recovery after he left.
Oh, my God. Well, look, the next day, the guests go on a turtle date. I am obsessed with this, like, 114-year-old turtle whose name is, like, Greg or David or something.
I loved the turtle.
It was so cute.
The turtles are good.
It's just there, just
And
hanging out, being like,
eating
I'm old,
leaves.
bitch. Just going. I want to cuddle that turtle so bad.
It's a good looking turtle.
It's real cute. But they get distracted by the turtle, though, and we get the most ridiculous cliffhanger yet, which is the beach picnic canapes are melting because they're cuddling a turtle. And I was like, okay.
And all of the staff members at where the picnic's going to be are like stressing out, like out of, like uncharacteristically.
And this is where I'm a little bit like, all right, Lara, because it's like she's on the Wihan takedown train, and there's already like 100 people at this beach picnic, but she's like, Wihan's not here, and if he was here, none of this would have happened. And I was like,
and
sure.
They're all like, someone says, this is the worst organized picnic I've ever seen. Like, it's some huge thing.
They're like, this picnic is a disaster. I'm like,
It's fine.
I've seen worse. Remember that one where it was just like wind fucking blowing everything over and
They were a little bit late.
I think everything's going too well. And the producers are like, can you guys just fuck some shit up,
Ham
please?
it up, please.
Can you just, you know what I mean? That soon they're going to start like, I don't know, poking holes in the tender so that it sinks and shit.
Look, there's going to have to be a pirate ship or something soon to keep me awake.
I know. Oh my God, imagine pirates.
That would be the best.
Yeah, so Wihan's nowhere to be seen, and we're led to believe that that's like, he's really dropped the ball, which I'm kind of like, there was plenty of time for everyone involved, including Captain Jason, to let him know that he had to go. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
so
I
when
thought it was more about like the lack of planning, because they were like, how long does it take to get from here? He's like, I don't know, they're riding a bike.
Yeah.
Which
sure,
I kind of get.
But I'm also like, I don't know, surely like before that happened, he could have been told off. Tell him off for everything else, but they kind of piled that one on.
They did.
Where are we? So episode 8 is called Rumble in the Jungle. The guests are still patting Greg the turtle, and the canapes are melting. But then they like,
by the way,
they're completely fine.
Greg the turtle got a little bio. I don't know if you.
It did. It was like
he likes younger women.
Well, when you're
150 or whatever he was.
Dirty dog.
I can't believe he's going with a shell 30 years younger than him.
The sous chef, Alesia, is insane. Like, they show us a few clips of her, like, cooking the crew food, and she's, like, truly... Like, it's like me in the kitchen. She's just got, like, everything out with no intention of putting it away.
I love it.
And she's, like, made a delicious meal, but, like, it looked like a bomb went off in there.
Yeah, I related to her so much.
Yeah. And then she makes the crew food, and then, like, Wihan just, like, slips and, like, throws it on the ground. That was so weird.
That whole, like, moment was, I was, like, a fever dream.
Oh,
and what
the
is
crew mess is like where dreams go to die. Like that crew mess table where they're always sitting around just looking miserable.
Ugh.
No, ma'am.
But this is my favorite part when he goes into the galley.
The galley
to talk to her, or is that the? No, hang on. I'm thinking of a different moment.
All I've got here is that the swell is swelling, and Captain Jason goes on a little boat ride to investigate. I loved this bit. It was like Captain Jason to the rescue. So then they stage that whole Fear Factor thing.
We love it.
Which is like, okay. So it's like dates instead of cockroaches and light cheese instead of hippo's eyes. It was kind of cute, but like sometimes when they do these things, I'm like, oh, it's so kids' party.
It's a bit like forced.
Yes. It's forced.
It's like, well, we could just do, we could not do that.
Yeah. Captain Jason is furious about the crew standing around, and he's getting like Dad's had it at this point.
I'm not mad about seeing Jason mad.
And this is my favorite bit from this week was the boys all watching turtle porn. Like, because they've just met this horny 114-year-old turtle, and they're like, I wonder how they fuck. And then someone's YouTubed.
The sound's quite good.
The sound, yes. It's like...
I can't do the sound.
Give it a go. And they're just like running around the halls of the boat watching turtle porn, and I was like, I fucking love this show. I was like, we're back.
Yeah. Finally, yeah. Well, at least someone's getting it.
Exactly.
It's the turtles.
It's David or Greg or whatever his name is.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I hear Greg got it more than... No.
Marina's kind of like, oh, at this point. Wihan and Laura get into it, finally. Wihan's ego is so bruised at this point, and he's just getting his ass handed to him by a far more competent worker in Lara. And then Harry goes and tattles to Captain Jason.
How unlike Harry.
I know. So we get this scene where he's like, oh, mate, like, he's like, you've got a sec? You're doing the whole thing, which I'm like, I know, in my mind, it's like, if you're going to do that to the captain, like, be ready to be implicated. But Captain Jason is like, thanks, mate. I'm onto it. So Wihan does get like a slap on the wrist. And it's all, why weren't you at the beach picnic? And
Do you think anything's going to change?
no.
Neither do I.
Yeah. No. And yeah, this episode ends with Tzarina being like, dude, like, be accountable. Because they kind of get told off, even though they get the biggest tip they've had to date from these guests after they leave. They do get a little bit of a telling off from Captain Jason. And he's like, it was a communication issue. Which I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, Tzarina's like, mate, you need to fucking
Seems like they're getting
step up.
real close, like mates close.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I didn't foresee that in this season.
Well, Captain Jason's style is quite relaxed. Yeah.
I guess so, yeah.
Well,
Wow.
we did it.
We done did it.
4 eps of Below Deck Down Under for your listening pleasure. Thank you so much, Curtis,
Thanks
for joining
having
me. I will remind the listeners that I have a live show coming up
Yes.
on Good Friday, April 18th at the Railway Hotel in North Fitzroy. Book your tickets now. And you can also follow The Cringes Reel on Instagram, Blue Sky and TikTok. Links are in the show notes.
In the show notes.
Yeah.
Yep.
See you soon, doll.
Cool.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.